How many times per day do you listen to a song? I know that I used to listen music every single day, a lot of time, multiple hours per day. I even didn't realize it. You can think that there is no consequence about it, and probably there will be not so many consequences. However, I learned that brain is like a sponge. So it means that if there is something that somehow gets in touch with your brain, then it will have a consequence on your brain. Some scientists and some psychologists argue that when you listen to your music, it is a new environment made of sound that your brain is trying to understand and make sense of it. That's why when you listen for the first time to music, you are somehow trying to intuitively frame the pattern of the sounds that you're hearing. So all of this means that your brain is making somehow work and effort while you're listening to the music. In my wish just to be more productive and to be less free, was it what I meant? Actually, to be more free every day of everything that is in my environment, just to be more and more free. I decided not to be in a contact with the music. So I decided, okay, let's do this 30 days without listening to music. I didn't expect that it would be so difficult. On the very first days, I really felt the difficulty of not listening to something. I had this desire to listen for something. I interpreted this as the fact that I was not able to be alone with myself and I needed an exterior element that was able to push me out of myself and to focus on something else than what was inside. I think that's my interpretation. Before I continue, I mentioned two things about this challenge. First thing was the condition of this challenge. First thing, if I wanted to listen if I really wanted to watch a video, I watched the video and even listen to the music of the video. It didn't matter so much. And also, if I wanted to go to a supermarket, I went to the supermarket. And that's more or less it. And once I went to a bar, and some music was played there, and I remember that I started to dance on the music just because there was music, and I was so without music that for the first time of my life I started to dance when I heard some music that I liked. This was the power of the challenge, because I think that I was dependent on music. Music create a dependence, and just by getting rid of this dependence, when you touch it again after a long period of time, you really start to feel happy. The dopamine is rushing through your brain and you really enjoy the moment, because that is what music is doing, really making us really happy and enjoying the moment. So what I learned from this challenge is that there is no easy 30 days challenges. Maybe I will repeat it. In a sense that for everyone, maybe I already said it, but for everyone, the challenge will be at its own level, at its own pace. So, for example, if I would start to do the 30-day challenge without alcohol, for me it would not be a challenge at all, because I don't drink alcohol on a regular basis, because it's not in my education and I'm not a big fan of alcohol. On the contrary, for some people, it may be the biggest challenge of their lives. On the other hand, some people never listen to music. They are not used to music at all. Music is always mostly listened by people from my age, between 18 and 25. And less when you're old, they listen less to music because they may have not the same contact as we have with the new technologies. And the new technologies have a big power, is that they put all the music available on earth in our hands. And that's something that has never existed before. Even in the past centuries, you needed to go to the concert, or you needed to go to the past centuries, you needed to go to the concert to listen to some music, a spectacle, a cafe, somewhere where you could actually listen or play it by yourself. However, it wasn't possible just to have with two swaps of hands all the music on earth, and that's really amazing. And on the other side, it has the drawbacks of it. And the drawbacks of it is that if you listen to music, it may impact the focus that you can have. If you read Cal Newport Deep Work, he really explains in this book that if you want a deep, full concentration on something, you need to listen. You need not to listen to any music. You need pure silence and pure loneliness. So from this point of view, this experiment was really interesting. Also, all that I said is a big memory, so maybe my memory transformed it. I didn't took a note on what happened at this moment, but I know that I did this challenge in between October and November 2019. And it was the first step of a little bit more deep and difficult challenges that I will share with you, that I did after. It was somehow a start. It was not so easy. I must say it was not so easy, and I encourage you, why not, to try to do it if you also want to try. Because as soon as you change your habits, you will need to think and behave in another way that you did, and maybe this other way that you did, that you will, and maybe this other way that you will do will trigger something that you may be proud of.